Hello, quilt artisans. My name is Shonda and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. So I'm here today with a really quick video. I am cleaning up today. I'm putting away all the fabric that I demonstrated or demoed in my haul video. And I thought maybe you guys might want to know how I fold my fabric. Now, full disclosure, this is not my method. I learned this method from Stephanie Sebbing over at Quilt Addicts Anonymous. And in her video about this, she indicated that she got it from Marie Kondo. I'm not familiar with Marie Kondo, but I'm assuming she's some type of organizational guru. I have no idea. But it looks really cool to me. And at the time, I had a lot of rogue fat quarters. And what I mean by rogue is they did not come in a bundle, right? So they came individually, or maybe I'd had them for a long time before I started this method, or it might have been something that I bought them individually, or they could be just ones where I had to break open a bundle for some reason because I needed to use one of the prints. So this is basically how I fold everything. So I'm going to switch to the other camera so I can try to show you guys. All right, so this is a fat quarter and this is a half yard. And it's pretty simple. And I can tell these came from Stephanie because they're already folded the way I fold mine. So all the fold lines are there. So basically what you do is you take your fat quarter and you put your ends together. Your selvage edge with your cut edge. You put them together. So you're going to lay it out the long way, the 22-inch way. So it's 18 inches across and 22 inches that way. You fold it in half. Once you fold it in half, I personally, and Stephanie does this too, I like to take that selvage edge and that cut edge and fold it up to where it's just below. You can see there's a little tiny bit of space, maybe a 1/4 inch. And then make that fold. And then fold these two into the middle. And then fold it over. And then you have a nice little square or rectangle here that stacks really nicely, and then you can put it in some type of container, like if you've got some type of storage box, you can store them all in here, and you can store them vertically. And when you store them vertically, that enables you to be able to see all of your prints, as opposed to having them laying down in something. Now, a half yard and a yard are the same, basically. So this is a half yard. I've already folded this one. Let me get a new one. So here we have a half yard. And again, I'm just going to put those selvages together. Now, if this was a full yard, I would do the same thing. So if this was a full yard, I would fold it selvage to selvage. Now, if it was a full yard, what I would do is I would take it and I would fold it over on itself. And so those selvages are still meeting. And when you do that, once you do that, you basically have something the size of a fat quarter, because that's what this is. If I take a half yard and I fold it selvage to selvage, my resulting piece of fabric here is the size of a fat quarter. And so once you get it to the size of a fat quarter, then you just fold it in the same way. So again, if this was a full yard, I would take it and I would fold it over on itself so that I would have a piece that is approximately 18 by 25. By 22. So again, once my selvages are together, then I fold this up to my selvages meet, and I'm just going to fold it slightly over. And then I'm going to flip it. And then this is my selvage edge. And so this is peak. And the only reason I do that is just a prettier finished result, right? So if you fold it underneath the selvage, right? Then sometimes when you finish folding, you might still have some of that white peeking out depending on how you folded it. I guess I'm just so used to doing it that I can't even do it by accident. But yeah, I just like to keep that selvage on the inside. It just gives a cleaner look to your resulting piece. And then once you've done that, then again, you fold it again. Again, I'm just inside. There's like a little piece peeking out. And then for me personally, for my storage solutions, I fold my half yards just in half like that. And then I stack them because that works better with my space because I store mine on shelves. I layer them on top of each other on a shelf. It is easier. I can get more layers if I do it a little bit flatter. So specifically for my half yards, that's how I cut them. For my fat quarters, fold them. For my fat quarters, no, because my fat quarters are generally stored in some type of storage system, like a shelf or basket, like some type of basket is what I'll put them in. So once they're folded, I'll put them in a basket. I'll just find a basket that they fit in nicely, either one single row, or maybe if I can put 2 or 3 rows together, like in a box like this. I could probably put like 2 rows side by side or potentially 3 rows or something like that. So that's how I did it. So that's just personally what works for me. But the method is you would again fold these to the middle. And when I first used to do this, I would bring a cutting board over. I would do it on top of my cutting board or bring over a smaller cutting board like this one here, since it's 18 inches, I can know exactly where that middle is. But after a while, after you've done it a few times, you can kind of eyeball that center. I leave a little gap. It just makes it easier to fold and decreases the bulk. So I don't want to overlap them or get them too close, because then when I fold it, it's just a lot of bulk at the fold. So I personally leave, I don't know, just 1/8 of an inch maybe in between the two, and then fold it over. So that's how I would do a fat quarter, but then again, since this is a half yard and that doesn't work for my storage solutions, I just fold it in half and then I stack them, and then they go onto the shelf. And when I'm looking at them, since they're stacked, I can see all of my fabrics. And that A, gives me joy because I can see all the pretty colors and all the pretty fabrics, and B, it makes it so that I know what I have and I don't buy the same thing over and over. So like I said, just a quick video. Hope this helps any of you guys looking for storage solutions or whatever. But it really helped me to, especially with my fat quarters, because I think I spent, when I did this, I had to change my whole stash. So all the fat quarters that I had in my stash had to be refolded this way. And not only that, but every new fat quarter that came into my home had to be folded. It's probably one of the reasons why I started buying bundles, because I got sick and tired of having to fold all those individual fat quarters, y'all. Like, I think one day, like, I literally spent 2 hours folding fat quarters. I probably folded a couple of 100 fat quarters. And if you don't believe me, I can show you a picture, because y'all know I got tonnage when it comes to fabric. So believe me when I tell you, believe me, I spent about 2 hours doing this one day. And that got the bulk of my stash done, and then I kind of did it periodically. But after that, I just never let it build up. As soon as the fabric comes in, I just go ahead and get it folded, and I do the haul video, and then I get it folded and put up, because that way I don't let it build up and I don't have to spend 2 hours again. I can just spend 5 minutes and get it all done. So that's it for me, and I will see you guys next video.